Sup, hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Not gonna be doing videos in this style always. Just something came up that I feel like needed to be talked about in this nature. Probably just gonna let it flow, minimal edits and all that stuff. So I did a video a couple months ago about a certain person who was in the military, ran a podcast, and was an overall creep to the women here. The video looks a little something like this. I highly recommend you go watching that before continuing. Otherwise, some of the stuff I'm saying might not make a whole lot of sense. I can sum it up for you super quick. This person was using military status, podcast, and the promise of cards and other Pokemon product in order to try to be an overall creep to women. Several women reached out about it. I made a video exposing the fool because a lot of people on this podcast were relatively big in the Pokemon community, and it's just behavior that I don't think should be tolerated in our community space personally. But each their own, I fucking suppose. Dude's back like Palpatine. I don't really know what. He made a whole nother account. He made a whole bunch of other posts now, and he has a 5-page post essentially apologizing for it. He acknowledges my video, he acknowledges the content, he acknowledges everything that happened, and he's taking a lot of different excuses in order to do that stuff. Now, I've had some people tag me in this. I've had some people mention that I should bring this up and I should do stuff, and it's been both sides a little bit. I've had some people say, oh, forgive and forget. They obviously feel bad for it. And then I've had some people that are like, no, once it's done, and the damage cannot be undone. I personally am not going to tell anybody how to feel about this. I'm not going to tell anybody which way they should go regarding this person. You're your own fucking adult. I'm not going to tell you what to do. But my take on it, and this is just me, I'm just going to go into how I feel about it. You have a Pokemon community here where people come and they want to talk to very specific people. They want to actually have, a hobby of theirs and share it with others, right? When people violate that trust, it essentially makes it harder for them to do so. You ever wonder why Virginia doesn't really pop up a whole lot? Well, people have done that exact same thing to her, and she just doesn't feel comfortable really doing that stuff anymore, as well as several other content creators who kind of push past that a little bit, but the overall lingering effect of what certain people have done still affects them. Several content creators in this space, if Midnight Misdrevious or Shadow Pokemon Podcast, once again, I don't think I said their name at all, that's who I'm talking about right here. If they come back, there's going to be several content creators that are going to feel betrayed, not going to really want to do anything. And I've asked myself this: do I want to stick my neck out for somebody who's already proved that they are willing to do things to fellow content creators, fellow Pokemon fans, and fellow people in the community that trusted them? Or am I going to stick my neck out for people that literally haven't done anything wrong and are basically victims of something? And I encourage many people to have that same mindset when moving forward with that same train of thought. You can accept whoever the fuck you want back in the community. I'm not going to tell you who to support. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not your fucking dad. I'm not here to lecture you. I'm just going to tell you that certain people have done things, and at some point, I do feel a line needs to be drawn in the sand. I'm not going to be supporting that stuff. You will not catch me saying anything nice to them or doing anything like that. Do I wish ill upon them? No. Do I want them to be homeless? No. But essentially, what's going to end up happening here is I feel like this person, I did mention previously, they are getting out of the military in the previous video, and the Pokemon space is no longer just a hobby space anymore. This is a space where people can make a career, people can have content driven, and people can do a lot of different other shit based off of just being here, right? As well as posting photos and stuff like that. This person ran a podcast, and I have to ask, why does this person want to come back so bad? Is it purely for the love of Pokemon, or is it something more? Is it maybe a chance to progress that podcast further, maybe have some form of revenue coming in from that as well? I can't be sure. All I do know is that person did run one successfully before, and I feel like that's something that should be taken into account, that maybe they're not sorry they did the actual event. Maybe they are, but even if they are, does that really matter in my personal opinion? I don't really think it does. The damage is done. You're not really going to make the content creators who were affected by that stuff feel any better about it. And honestly, I feel like this is agenda driven. But once again, you do you. I'm not here to lecture you at all. If this person eventually becomes a big time content creator or podcaster or something like that, by all means, let them do their thing. I'm just telling you, look at this for what it is. Look at it for what they've done. And look at it for why they could possibly be coming back. Because a lot of that stuff will... I think personally there's a little bit more to this than just they feel sorry. Like I said, I ain't associating with them. You don't got to worry about that stuff. Make your own decisions. Do whatever the hell you want to do. I'm sorry. I've learned too much in my life to actually let people like that back in, personally. I ain't going to fucking do it. Do you, though? That's all I got to say. That's all it is. Y'all have a good one.